Okay, hey everyone, this is Shay. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Okay, so I am still trying to test out the audio to see if it's better, but anyways, let's get onto the game. So this one is also from itch.io called KneeDeep. Essentially, from what I read, it's pretty much all three of these people: your roommate, your best friend, and I think university partner that is madly in love with you. They're yanderes in this. I love yandere games. Okay, so we're gonna see how this is. Yeah, knee deep. Okay. Okay. Always she her. Right. You selected she her pronouns. I'm gonna do auto. Shay felt love struck. I'm not sure entirely. You know what? Let me turn that off. First, it was his looks, then his smile, and finally, his passion for absolutely everything he touched. Honestly, I could go on and on listing all his good qualities forever. Who is this? Hey kid. Oh, Liam. Alright. I flinch and twist around. Not Riley, but someone else entirely. He's got messy dark hair, mischief practically dripping from his stupidly smug face. No blonde hair. Definitely not Riley. This guy is wearing a grin that makes me want to commit crimes. Oh, okay. Shay, try not to embarrass yourselves. Yeah, I get it. Riley's cute, but you've been staring like he hung the stars or something. I'm not. I look back at Riley. His blonde bangs fall to his eyes. Hey Riley, was I staring? Riley's lips curve into the sweetest smile I've ever seen. I'm doomed. Maybe? I'm used to it. Shay, right? The professor talks a lot about you. I feel like you'd be my favorite student too. Okay. Before I can reply, Liam smirks and quietly backs away, clearly satisfied with himself for orchestrating this. I feel like I'm just a joke for our professor. Honestly, probably, but hey, it means you're memorable. Let me warn you though, from now on, you're officially my enemy. Oh! What he said was clearly a joke. His smile is so calm, so serene. What I found myself smiling right back at him. Then he holds out something for me, an orange soda can. Got this from the vending machine. It's your favorite, right? How do you know? A little bird came by and told me. He shushed me with his finger before I could even respond. Who does he think he is? A handsome, cute... Ugh! Get it together, Shay. It's been 4 months since that happened. Apparently, he's the one who just can't stop staring. Take that, Liam. We're both second years at Petalstone College of the Arts, and while he isn't exactly known for being outgoing, Riley's reputation still stands out. Everyone knows him for his impeccable fashion sense, his artistic talent, and his chubby cheeks. Okay, in my case, I'm definitely known for... I'm more known for being friendly and outgoing. Not really academic, doing stupid things. With my friends, yes, definitely. I know that. My talent in music and art, no, not really. Yeah, being friendly and outgoing. Our first interaction was when Liam set us up, so I can't really grasp why he's being so interested in me lately. Despite my being friendly and outgoing, I'm not even that relevant. Every time he talks to me, I'm left feeling unsure of how to act. I trace my finger over my phone screen, waiting for the college Wi-Fi to load a page. The little blue dots circling and loading icon seemingly take forever. Finally, the page loads and I feel a wave of relief. But then I see the banner. It's bold and bright with pink and yellow letters that make me blink to adjust my vision. Superpower lottery. Okay. I've heard about this lottery for years, and I even took part in it in the last one when I was 12. Nobody actually knows how it works, but the winners always end up really well off, getting a superpower, a fortune, and many more, as the page announced. Wait, does this app actually help you get superpowers? The most recent winner chose to remain anonymous, but the one before them, they became a business genius, skyrocketing and become the richest person in the world. Before that, there was an actual Superman, and before him, a man who could order shadows at will. Oh. The cycle continues, each winner getting a better price than the last. I click on apply. Okay. Do you agree with the terms? Yes. Congratulations, you decided to enter. Okay. Good luck. Fine. Next. Well, it's worth a shot. I exhale slowly, feeling a mix of relief and curiosity. Why do I even bother? It's not like I get anything. Riley's voice breaks through my thoughts as I'm about to put my phone down. What do we have here? What are you doing now? Oh my gosh. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to know what you were doing. That's all, I swear. He holds his hands up apologetically. Ugh. Do I want to be honest? Checking something online. Graphic design project. I want to say lottery, yeah. His eyebrows raise and he looks intrigued. Was it a website with a bright pink banner? Yeah, that one. Riley doesn't push further, but he doesn't leave either. Instead, he sits down next to me, resting his chin in his hand as he watches me with genuine curiosity. It's the superpower website thing, isn't it? I applied a few days ago, too. You must have been through a lot to know that. I recognize that ugly graphic designing anywhere. Isn't it ending today? I think so. What would you want to get if you somehow won? I don't know, something that would just help me stay awake during class. I can't help but notice how hesitantly he says it, something in the back of my mind telling me he's lying. He loves this class. How strange. I mean, he's kind of blushing right now, so I mean... for me... Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna be obsessed with you. Something I'd find in a superhero comic to finish assignments without ever doing them. You know what? That's actually a pretty good superpower. Like, you can continue with school. Stuff like that. I don't know. Something I'd find in a superhero comic. I think something I'd find in a superhero comic. Like a superhero's comic. Flying would be cool, or maybe something like super strength. Can't relate, but the way you say it sounds kind of cute. Riley usually sits a few seats away from me during this class. His blonde, fluffy hair falls into his eyes as he scribbles something in his notebook, usually a doodle. Right now, though, he looks at me with wide blue eyes, nodding his head to everything I say. Painting bored me too, once. Huh? I've noticed how you haven't painted much, or actually you haven't made anything these days. Oh, don't worry about me. I still like painting. What made you think that? Whenever you come to class, you'll take notes on what the teacher is saying, open up Twitter, and then drift off into whatever you were thinking about. I've noticed how my greatest enemy is losing passion. And Then meditative silence sinks into the room. And what made you interested in painting again? I think I found a subject I was actually passionate about. Aww. I pause, wondering what that means as the professor enters the room, immediately snapping me away from the conversation. Okay, class, you know the little amount of time we have for our lectures. Lend all of your ears to me. Professor Elliot, the 50-year-old professor who loves teasing me and the rest of his students, but especially me, speaks in a steady voice. He opens a slide about curating art exhibitions, droning on about the projects we have to do for the end of the year and how much it will impact us. Some students take notes, others pick their noses, and a lot of them simply just fight to stay awake. This is worth 60% of your grade. I expect all of you to do your best. Now, I'll be assigning partners. As I said, this was partner work, and based on your group work with other artists, how all of you managed to divide roles. I'll be assessing how the two members of each team can either complement or destroy each other while working. Kyle, Anna will be your pair. Next up, Liam, meet your partner, Nick. I flinch when he finally calls out my name. Shay and Riley, I expect much from you both. Oh, okay. Riley shook my hand. Nice to meet you, partner. Let's work hard. Of course, I hope you do your part, unless you want to slack off and leave everything to me. Don't worry, Shay. I won't. He gives a fake cough, dramatizing the whole thing. Unlike some others in this room. Oh, you two in the back, Riley and Shay. Whenever you're done, I hope you can show me the same enthusiasm for your project. Guess we're the stars of the show now. As I was saying, this project is worth 60% of your final grade. He pauses for dramatic effect, letting the weight of his words sink in. A few groans rippled through the room. Riley and Shay, your topic is the symbolism of flowers in art and literature. Ah, this isn't bad at all. It'll be really interesting. For the rest of the time, me and Riley searched online resources and consulted the wise and mighty ChatGPT. Red roses often symbolize romance. Media and art usually portray red roses in subject involving passion, love, and affection. I believe that many may think they're common, but this could be integrated into our project in a way that would make people go, wow. Exactly. He grabs a red marker. Hold out the back of your left hand. I do as I'm told. He spins his pen, takes my hand, and grips it. On the back of my left hand, he draws a little rose, a quick one at that. But his artistic skills show regardless. Its lines neat and consistent. The rose has a cute smiley face on it, and next to it are the words fighting. That's cute. This is a red rose for you. I hope that whatever art block you had will disappear in this project. I'm sure it'll give me motivation. Class is over, everybody. I grab my laptop and bag, but I'm stopped by a tap on the back. On the back. Would you give me your phone number so that I could contact you for the project? Of course, sure. I hurriedly typed my number on his phone, one with a neon green casing and keychains of Moomin hanging out of it. Gotta go meet up with a friend now. See you later. After I give his phone back, I quickly rush out of the lecture hall without looking back at anyone there. Just when I thought I would no longer be interrupted by anyone, Liam bumped into me. Hey, you never left the class this late before. What kept you up? Not a single apology came out of his mouth. He teased, knowing I accidentally dipped once class ends. I immediately dipped out once a class ends. Okay. Riley just asked me for my number. That's odd. I thought he already knew your number. What? He tapped his chin as if to remember how. Ever since I introduced you both, I saw your name and number saved on his phone with the heart emojis around it. Oh! Pretty sure I thought you two got along so well that I set you guys up and became besties. I snort at that. I'm pretty sure I thought y'all get along so much that I introduced y'all to you guys started to become besties. Why is it kind of repeating? Am I tripping here? Okay. Definitely the wrong number. And wrong name too. That's your number, right? And isn't your full name Shay too? Oh, I didn't even put my last name on there. Ugh. I made myself remember it because little old Elliot scolded me for about an hour for not knowing my partner's name. You either have bad eyesight or your memory's effed up. I'm sure it's a coincidence. Make a quick escape, ignoring Liam's words with my head held up high. I skipped to the campus cafe to get my daily dose of espresso and eventually Milo's nagging. I opened the door and the Cafe La Verre, which is just a few minutes away from my main building, the doorbell chimes announcing my arrival. This used to be a minuscule place, but as the only cafe on the campus that actually let students stay, it grew to be quite popular. Today's no exception. The shop filled to the brim with people either doing their projects or needing their daily dose of caffeine right before their afternoon classes started. After waiting in line for almost half an hour, I'm finally able to give the unimpressed looking barista my order. She sighs right after looking at me, forcing a smile. May I take your order? No, you may not. A familiar voice interrupted. Milo strode over casually, his height and easygoing figure noticeable. Milo was the barista at Cafe La Verre and happened to be my childhood best friend. Since we were a few months old, our parents promptly forced us to hang out since they were best friends. It worked out because I'm still at the same university as him after all these years. Best friend when I was 4, Milo age 9, Milo age 14. I insisted on making Lily my best friend that year as Milo accidentally broke my earphones. My age 18, Milo. Current age, still Milo. Okay, he looks cute. Hey Milo, still not done with the shift? I want double espresso, no sugar. Oh no. No, you don't. I'm not letting you drink that every single waking moment. He shakes his head, noted down with his little My Little Pony pen caramel latte. Pretty sure that goes for fraud. It's not fraud if you're getting in for free anyways. I can't remember the last time you had to pay here. I like his heterochromic eyes, you know. After Milo hands me the caramel latte, I yank it away and stick my tongue at him. I rethought my actions on how I was getting this for free. Thanks, even though this isn't what I asked for. Grown-up Shay just learned how to express gratitude and is running away again. Should I be worried, Shay? You never rush when it's about me. I literally ran to get here. Uh-huh, totally. He draws, the corner of his mouth twitching like he's forcing himself not to frown. You've been talking about Riley a lot lately, you know? Was he the reason why I had to wait for so long? Ooh. I don't know, I don't really like Riley. I kind of need to see what the third Yandere kind of looking like, but I'm just going to say project partner right now. He's just my project partner. I shoot back, taking a sip of the latte, annoyingly perfect as usual. Not that I'll admit it. Right. He peeled off his apron and tossed it onto the hook behind him. He takes off his apron. Wow. Anyway, my shift's over. Let's go. Go where? I ask, frowning as he comes out from behind the counter. The park. He slips his hand into his hoodie pockets. You've been stressing too much lately. A walk will do you good. And before you argue, I'm not taking no for an answer. He already holds the door open for me, so I sigh and follow him out. Okay, gentlemen. 15 minutes later, and we're strolling through Green Hollow Park. The late afternoon sun casts long shadows, and a crisp breeze nips at my cheeks. I clutch my latte in its warmth seeping through my gloves while Milo walks beside me, close enough with our arms almost brush. I miss this place. You literally work 2 minutes away from here. You know what? Does he have heterochromic eyes? It doesn't. Now that I'm looking, it doesn't look like he does. I raise my eyebrow. Not the same. Okay, no, he doesn't. Man. He replies, nudging me gently. I mean, I miss those times. Back when we were kids. I'd love to forget about college project deadlines, group projects, professors, all that stuff. Oh, and that blondie who's trying to take all of your attention. I snort. Why was he acting so emotional all of a sudden? What's gotten into him? Milo, you're being ridiculous. I see you every day. Yeah, but it's different now. You don't tell me everything that's going on in your life. Not anymore. Milo, what do you want me to say? He taps his fingers. Well, you've mentioned that little art block you went through. What? How do you even know that? Relax. He stops walking abruptly and reaches into his pocket, pulling out a small crumpled photo. Look what I found the other day. The photo itself is pretty worn out, faded by the passage of time. I recognize it immediately. It's a picture of us as kids, sitting on a blanket in this very same park. I was grinning, holding an already melting popsicle. Meanwhile, little Milo had other plans, holding a water balloon behind his back with the same mischievous glint in his eye I've got to know over the years. Oh my gosh, I remember this. You soaked me right after this was taken. And you screamed so loud you scared all the pigeons away. You were so mad. I thought you'd never talk to me again. I didn't. You bribed me with another popsicle. Guilty as charged. I remember using your allowance money for that, though. We reach a bench by the pond, and Milo sits down first, patting the spot next to him. I hesitate before joining him. He hands me the photo, his expression unusually soft. Milo gaze lingers on me, his eyes darkening slightly. Shay, you've been so distracted lately. Your art, your classes, him. I just wanted to remind you that I'm still here, that I always will be. Milo, you don't have to say anything. He cuts in smoothly, his smile returning, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. I just want you to take care of yourself, and to remember that some people care more than others. For a moment, the air between us feels heavy. I glance away, my cheeks heating under his gaze. Thanks, Milo. You're like my personal therapist, you know that? He chuckles, leaning back against the bench. And you're like my full-time job, but I don't mind. I like keeping an eye on you. Oops, already gave himself away. We walk in the park for a couple more minutes until the sun starts to go down. We've been strolling on the sidewalks for so long, and with very few people around, only the sun notifies us of the time. I check the watch on my wrist. I think it's time to go. Your roomie's not there, right? Want to crash at my place instead? I lean backward, clearly showing my refusal. I'm just gonna pass. I'll be at my dorm. I like this background. I, like most people, have had my fair share of roommates. Most of the time, I relied on Milo or some other friends to share a room together. I was known to be the chill but energetic type of roomie, someone they could have fun with. I like to think they are all decent people. When I asked the resident assistant about having a room during my first year in university, they claimed that I could have my own room, as Milo had requested. However, this year, with the dorms filled to the brim with freshmen, I was made to share my room with a guy named Anthony. Anthony? Why? Wait, why am I sharing a room? Like, I'm picking the she, her pronouns, right? So, why would I be sharing my room with a guy? Like, is it a 2-bedroom type dorm and we're just sharing all the shared spaces? Or is it a 1-bedroom dorm and there's 2 beds in that dorm? And I'm pretty sure by now that he's the strangest one out of them all. He truly goes beyond the definition of a weirdo. He often disappears randomly for days. As a matter of fact, he only ever shows up at the most random times. Ding ding! A familiar tune snaps me out of my train of thought. I'm currently sitting at home, taking my well-deserved rest, when suddenly I get a call. Speaking of the devil, it's Anthony. I pick up the call. You've never called me before. What's up with the sudden change? I hear sounds of wrestling and then a low murmur coming up. Open the door. Don't freak out. There are only a couple words, but somehow it still gets me utterly puzzled. Huh? Care to elaborate? Just do it, please. I carefully leave the comfort of our sofa and stand in the front of the door. I sigh, preparing myself for whatever Anthony has to tell me. I slowly open it, only to hear someone running out of breath, huffing out of air. Thanks. Oh, why does Anthony look like that? Okay, I mean, nah, I like the way he's looking right now, at least. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. Crimson red liquid covers Anthony's whole frame. He just so happens to be wearing a white suit. He notices me staring and wipes at the worst of it, smearing the stains and causing more of a mess. I inspect the man who stands in front of me, covered in blood, and to make it worse, I don't know who it could belong to. Anthony, who now resembles a gangster, is wiping the filthy floor with my knockoff Hello Kitty mop. Oh my gosh. I have a Hello Kitty mop. Okay, that's so me. He glances up at me once again. His eyes lock onto mine as he kneels down to clean one more spot. I'm sorry. Ha. You're being awfully polite today, Anthony. I shoot a smirk at Anthony, as laugh ensues. I'm not even sure why I'm laughing. Is it the fact that this whole situation was hilarious to me, or is it because all the blood that started making me go hysterical? He drops onto the sofa, eyes shutting as he tries to catch a moment of rest. He could have stayed all like that all night, limbs draped carelessly across the cushions. My gaze must have seared through his clothes because he stirred. Slowly, one eye cracked open, then the other, fluttering against the harsh glare of the dorm's fluorescent lights as if hit by a flashbang. Shay, I'm fine. He gestures to his suit, pointing at the red stains that he has yet to wash off. First of all, why is he laying on our couch with blood-stained clothes on? I would think that he would want to take all that off and go take a shower. Team Rocket he kind of looks like he came from the Team Rocket with that suit. Well, in this position at least. These aren't mine. Well, most of them. What do you mean, most of them? He makes a face that's supposed to make himself look sorry, but to me, he just looks even more pissed off. Relax, Shay. It's nothing serious. Come on, you've seen me like this before. Oh, so this has happened before. Okay. I cross my arms, looking directly at his eyes. I, being a little too investigative, had found out about his illegal activities right when we started living together. Personally, I thought it was great. I mean, now I wouldn't have to worry about our safety, as he could protect both of us. Or that's what I believe he'd do. Besides, it's not like we don't get along. He's nice, and there's also the fact that he isn't loud at all. Are you hearing yourself? You literally just came back with injuries from God knows where. It's tomato sauce. I blink in disbelief. Did he really just say that, or were all those sleepless nights finally catching up to me? Tomato sauce? Tomato sauce. It, it's from work. My colleague crashed into me and spilled it all over. He points vaguely at his shirt, acting as if it could explain why he looked like an extra from a low budget action movie. I tried really hard to pretend that I hadn't noticed how bad he was stuttering. I'm sorry, but I'm not that dumb. Anthony shrugs, kicking his feet onto the coffee table. Apparently, he was giving up on actually trying to explain himself to me. Oh, gee, I wonder why. I frown, grabbing my stuff that's scattered on the sofa while Anthony continues to take up even more space. He shoots up a brow, glaring at me from where he lies. Why don't you stay? Are you that scared of me? I'm afraid I may ask questions I don't want the answers to. Besides, I gotta study. God, it's like you really just can't mind your business. You're suspicious. That's all. Ugh, go away. He attempts to close his eyes again, but the way he talked to me didn't sit right with him at all. He sits up one more time, backing down on his own words. Shay, wait. You can stay. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I leave the living room, ignoring Anthony's distant voice, while I head to my room to I reminisce about how this place was when I first came. Okay, good. I have my own room. Originally, it was a little too cramped for my taste, but I like to say I did an outstanding job for transforming it into what I had always dreamed of myself. It went from being a dusty abandoned closet to a fully decorated paradise. After all, this is where I'd be living for the next couple of years. I sure would have to make this feel like home. I faced the bed that had seen me at my worst. My eyelids feel heavy from looking at it. Frick. I just wanted to lie on it and drift away to sleep. But I knew that was an option. Not yet. What do I do now? Girl, study. You literally say you were gonna study. Study. Scroll. I don't want to be doom scrolling. Taking a nap? Nah. Study. I can't let myself go down like this, Shay. Shay, snap out of it. Pick up your books and study for frick's sake. I settle on my desk, carefully flipping through the pages of my textbook. There aren't any tests scheduled yet, but you just can't be too calm with professors whose favorite part of the day is assigning surprise exams. My voice hangs low as I read the first line of the unit we were having in class earlier in that day. The interplay of light and shadow in Baroque art not only emphasizes there was no ending quote in game. Nah. Actually, social media. I really deserve a rest. 10 minutes won't hurt. I flopped onto my bed, promising myself that I won't spend too much time on it. I turn on my phone and click on the first apps I see. And then proceed to scroll mindlessly through multiple cat videos. Much to my heart's content. Now that I think about it, I probably look like a maniac laughing at seamlessly nothing. Okay, might as well just take a nap now. Completely wasted. This day has left me exhausted. Heck, I feel as if any kind of remaining energy I held in my body just dissipated as soon as I entered the room. I limp as I make my way to my bed, promptly face planting into a pillow. I black out, letting myself sleep at least an hour or two. The sun finally sets, everything around me slowly getting eaten up by the darkness as I contemplate how the day has gone by. The overbearing silence of the growing night rudely interrupted by a particular sound. I promptly sit up, trying to find where it's coming from exactly. Ding ding ding. It's my phone. Why do I bother? I say to myself, glaring at the phone screen. I turn it off in an instant, laying back down on my bed. Ding ding ding. Really? Come on, I just want some sleep. I groan, hesitating to do anything. My back aches from all those sudden movements. This is what I get for not working out as much as I should, or at least that's what my mom would say if she saw me like this. Besides, what app can possibly make that much noise? I swear I haven't downloaded anything shady in a while. Huh, how strange. It was just an email. I definitely should toggle Gmail's notifications off, because what in the actual frick was that? I mean, it's their fault for not letting me sleep. Focus on my gaze on the screen one more time. It flashes a pretty saturated pink. It seems as if it were designed by a 5th grader. Typical. Shut it off again, setting it into the table next to me. Okay, ding, 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 ding. The mysterious email begins to repeat the same tune. It's almost ear-grating up to this point. Why won't you shut up? I yell out in frustration, wanting to throw the damn phone out the nearest window. My eyes widen as I scroll down my unread emails. I eventually catch something, a small fragment of text highlighted by Gmail itself. I've won the lottery? Pinched my cheek to test if I was dreaming, finally realizing that it was in fact real. Is it too good to be true? How the heck would I know, really? Scoff reading through the text that caused such a ruckus. Dear Shay, you've been chosen as a lucky winner for the superpower lottery. As per the rising use of technology, the superpower will only be available to use on your phone. The download will start automatically once you open this email. Before using it, these are some important details to take note of. Power. Heart's echo. Functions. The ability to perceive who is in love with you, who is so in love with you that they would consider murder for your sake. Oh, also, it may give you a rundown of your target status. Oh, wow. So the lottery decided to choose to a close once you joined. As we knew you were the one, we hope this email finds you well. If you have any inquiries and or questions, you may not call us. We're mysterious, just like that. Okay, well. Scam, scam, scam. The word blasting all corners of my head, like I'd ever fall for something like that. I've got common sense, you know. Plus, no one has ever confessed to me before. Who in the world would murder for my sake? That's ridiculous. My eyes wander aimlessly at my screen. The download will start automatically once you open this email. I mumble as my vision focuses. Frick, frick, frick. What have I gotten myself into? Shay, are you stupid? I quickly closed Gmail, agitatedly looked through every single page on my phone screen. Echo heart. The bright pink icon stuck out like a sore thumb. Might as well check this out, I guess. Welcome, Shay. Thanks for choosing Hero. Heart echo. I love how there's an unknown. Okay. Ranking from most obsessed to sane. Well, of course my best friend is gonna sit here at number 1. Okay. And then Riley Sinclair. I don't know who this unknown person is. And then Anthony. So he's the most sane, even though this man is an assassin. To be held legally responsible. Okay, so none of them are legally responsible for any crimes committed under the guise of love. By using this app, you assume any kind of responsibility that may start from your future partners. Good luck. Oh, okay. Milo's totally behind this, isn't he? That's the first thought that comes into my mind, trying to find a logical reason for this nonsense. Who else could it be? Mom? I don't think so. Could it be Liam? I tried coming up with anything at this point. My sanity is slowly slipping away as I consider any possible culprits. Not a chance. My mind keeps rambling for quite a while. It feels so odd. Am I dreaming? No, I already pinched myself. I scramble to open Twitter, frankly, looking up all accounts named the Superpower Lottery, and there it is. Finally come to a close. We extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone who's willing to take part in this event. Please make sure you check your emails. Instructions have already been sent. Oh no. This can't be real. Who is unknown? Matter of fact, what does this mean? Milo has a crush on me? Is that why Riley has been staring at me all week? Anthony, well, I'm sure he'd do something like that, but why is he in last place? Is that the same guy who comes drenched in blood? I should stop thinking about this. I stay right in the same spot in my bed, sweat dripping down my chin. Is this... What could I have done in my past lives to deserve this? I bury my face in my plushie, shutting my eyes to frankly drift to sleep. Pancakes. I mumble slowly, sitting up in my bed. What time is it? I reach on my phone, blinking, and my eyes readjust to the sunlight seeping through my blinds. Shay, wake up, you're late for class, I think. I made you pancakes. He yells out from the kitchen. I slap myself awake and run over, witnessing Anthony while he sits down to eat. He still looks nice either way. I mean, I sit across from him to have breakfast as well, just like we've done for quite a while. I take in the view of the pancakes that stand right in front of me, the maple syrup making the pancakes shine so as if they were from a commercial. My hand leaps to dig into the food. Dang, I'm starting to drool. I need to act fast. My fork stabs the soft golden brown pile, taking a huge chunk out of it. I chew slowly, making sure to savor every last piece of it. I look back up at Anthony, who patiently nibbles on his food. So good. Last night's memory suddenly flooded my brain. Alright, I've won some kind of lottery? I had to make sure that whatever happened last night was actually true. I was determined to do anything necessary to prove it. I locked my gaze with his before putting another huge chunk of pancakes in my mouth. So, Anthony, let's say I hypothetically get hurt. What would you do? Anthony pauses mid-bite, his fork hovering in the air as his dark eyes shoot up to meet my unwavering gaze. His expression is almost unreadable for a couple of seconds. And to my own surprise, he just smiles. The corner of his mouth twitches at my words. Is he enjoying this? It depends. What are you talking about? Let me think. Physical, emotional, someone saying your outfit's fugly? My shoulders tense up at his response. I awkwardly chuckle, trying to play out what I said as a joke. You know, silly questions. I don't like violence, but if it happened, I'd make sure they regret it. I'm sure it'll never happen, though. Right, Shay? I don't know why I'm swooning over this man right now. I see the room slowly close in on me, breathing becoming more of a struggle as the seconds pass. I feel the air running out of my lungs as if I were choking. I managed to choke out an anxious chuckle, my fingers gripping the tablecloth. It's good to know I've got someone by my side. Don't worry about it, Shay. Oh, don't worry about it. Shay, is someone giving you problems? Ooh. Oh, no. No, nothing like that, Anthony. His expression leaves no room for doubt. Anthony clearly concerned about me, and the way he looks at me while we're eating shows me that perfectly. Tell me if anything happens. I'll deal with it myself. Yes, sir. Later that morning, I meet up with Riley in the art studio. The sunlight filters through the tall windows, bathing the room in soft light. He's already there sketching on a large canvas. His golden hair catches the light, giving him an almost ethereal glow. Hey, you made it. He doesn't look up, a small smile playing on his lips. I set my bag down, suddenly nervous. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Riley looks up, then his sharp blue eyes locking into mine. You're not late. I just like being early. He gestures to the seat beside him. I hesitate before sitting. So, flowers, huh? I'm guessing you haven't had time to think much about our project yet. I have. Sort of. Just not a lot. Riley laughs softly. The sound surprisingly warm. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. We work in silence for a while, but I can't stop sneaking glances at him. He looks so focused, so confident in what he is doing. I, on the other hand, feel completely out of my depth. After a while, Riley breaks the silence. You okay? You seem distracted. We spent the rest of the afternoon researching symbolism of flowers, and Riley's enthusiasm is contagious. He has his way of looking at art that makes everything, the simplest details, feel profound. You know, you remind me of this flower. He blinks. What? I shrug, a soft smile on my lips. Strong, vibrant, and hard to ignore. His cheeks heat up, and he quickly looks away. You think so? I do. My voice is quiet but certain. When the session finally ends, Riley reaches into his bag and pulls out a small notebook. Here, take this. I've got some notes and sketches I made for our project. Maybe it'll help if you get stuck. The day passes in a blur. My class is offering little distraction from the chaos spinning in my head. By the time I returned to my dorm that evening, I was exhausted but still restless. My phone buzzes with a call from Milo. I hurriedly pick it up. Park again? You seem off lately. Sure, usual spot? Under the soft glow of the streetlights, Milo is already waiting on the bench when I arrive. He has a cup of coffee in one hand and his usual lopsided grin on his face. You look like you haven't slept. His tone is teasing, but his eyes are full of concern. Thanks, I just needed to hear. Just what I needed to hear. He chuckles, but the humor quickly fades. Seriously, Shay, what's going on? You've been distant. I glance at him, my heart sinking. Milo has always been able to read me too well. And now, with the app's results freshly in my mind, I feel like I'm walking a tightrope. How am I supposed to act normal when he's literally ranked on the top of the list of people willing to kill for me? I've just been stressed about school. You know how it is. Milo studies me for a long moment, then nods slowly. If you say so. The silence that follows is almost comfortable. Save for the nagging thoughts in my head. Finally, I blurt out, Milo, do you think it's weird to, I don't know, be willing to do extreme things for someone you care about? His brows furrow. What kind of extreme things are we talking about? I hesitate. Like fighting for them, protecting them, that sort of thing. Milo's expression softens and he leans forward, resting his elbow on his knees. I think if you care about someone enough, you'd do whatever it takes to keep them safe. That's not weird. That's just love. That word hangs in the air between us, heavy and unspoken for so long that it almost feels foreign. My chest tightens and I look away, staring at the darkened trees. Right. Love. Milo straightens, his gaze still fixed on me. Shay, is there something you're not telling me? I sigh and shake my head. It's nothing, just a lot on my mind. Okay. His voice is quiet, but his eyes tell me he doesn't believe me. When I arrive home, I immediately look through my notes, not on subjects I have to study, but the 4 people listed in Heart's Echo. I cross off the unnamed person and try to focus on others. This art is delicious. Like, this art looks nice. Milo, my protective childhood friend. Riley, my shy project partner. Anthony, my closed off roommate. The name that triggers me the most is... Oh, I could pick none of them. Oh. I don't like Riley. I don't really like him. I'm stuck between Anthony and Milo. I'll do my best friend first, yeah. Okay, thanks for playing the demo. Please wait for more updates. Okay. Oh, you will be sent back to the main menu in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Alright, so that was a pretty cute short game. I mean, yeah, it's a demo, so I'm not really expecting it to be too long. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you guys think. Still, second video. Hopefully I can upload more. But yeah, give me some recommendations and what else you guys like. I'll try to see if I can list the link down below of this game, or maybe I can just list the author. I wasn't able to do it last time. Hopefully I can do it this time when I upload it. If not, then I'll just edit it when I'm able to. All right, well, see you guys later. Bye.